Okay, we've got dildos, we've got some dude's face, we got the bat cave, and Odle spinning around. It's time for Sorta My Podcast.
Hold on. Is there any way we can restart that?
What?
Yes, because if I knew that we were going to do horns, bro, I have an air horn.
He has an... Oh, did you get...
No air horns. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sorta My Podcast. My name is Vincent Herman, Vin the Human, in the box right below me.
We don't know.
Whoa, wait a minute. Only I can see that. We're doing this on Zoom. Hold on.
I'm on speaker view.
Wait, how do we do this? How do we do the call off? Because
below you is Bob.
Yeah, I'm on that screen now.
No, below me is
We're on the same screen?
On my screen. Okay! We got the full cast here, though. Dr. T. Neal, Bobbert Collins, Bobb-A Fett, James Odle, Alpha Spectre. We're all here. We're all back for 9 closeout episodes. So we've got some ideas for the last 4, but we're going to kind of go back to the old way of doing things. Aside from this being on Zoom and all of us have various pictures pervading our screens, we're just gonna kind of freeform this. I'm not gonna be writing out these episodes.
The boys are back in town, dude.
Yeah.
And Lizzie said it best.
And we're not even in the same town.
And we're not even in the same town.
We are spread to the 4 corners of Ohio, and somehow found a way to come together. To talk.
The boys are back in the metaphysical virtual town.
We found a way to get back together and talk about the nerd news. So we've all kind of brought distended topics to the table. Does anyone want to start first? Like, I don't know how we roundtable this. Like, this is brand new to us.
Well,
comics are back. That's a thing.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, dude, it was a rocky road there for a minute with comic books, like fucking, and now it's even like still in the aftermath with DC and Diamond. Kind of will they, won't they?
Yep. I was about to mention that.
Yeah, just today there was an article about how they're working out a temporary extension. So I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me get this masturbating Catwoman off of my screen because it's distracting me. that is my green
He can't stop staring at it.
I can't.
What's funny is you guys thought that there was going to be too much in my background for me to have one to work really well.
And he has the best one.
Mine's the only one that's really stable.
But mine's pieced together of someone's face.
Anyways, comics are coming back slowly but surely, but it is happening, and a lot of comic shops are offering things like curbside pickup, fucking delivery, which is what I've been doing. Even. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
They're delivering comics?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not like nice. A boy drives to your house or anything. It's via UPS.
A boy? What boy?
With a red wagon.
I feel like anything I say at this point is gonna get this show canceled before we even get started. So,
sorry, I guess I'm fucking around.
Extra, real about it. Batman saves the day again.
That's kind of what I had in my head. It was a rolled up comic book and he throws it through your window.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd dig it.
I actually want comics delivered to me in a t-shirt cannon.
Yes.
Launched at you.
Yes. Guys, did we just start a business?
It's
we
called
just become best friends.
It's like a comic cannon instead.
No, we did not.
No.
We've talked about this, Bob.
Sorry.
Moving on, I want to talk about PlayStation VR. I'm very excited about this.
VR. Hell yeah.
We are VR Troopers C. Virtual
PlayStation
reality. Does anyone remember that show? Just me?
Yes.
Okay,
Nah.
cool. Bob's on board.
What show was it?
Anyways, VR Troopers.
Oh fuck yeah! I couldn't remember the intro.
Yeah. I can't remember a single episode, but I'll always have that intro in my head. So anyways, PlayStation VR, recently I was playing the demo for Iron Man, and holy shit, it's a lot of fun. And the way you use your hands, like, affects, like, how your thrusters work and everything. So when you're doing it right and you're, like, flying forward, you can't help but, like, jut your chest out. Your body just goes like, oh yeah, I'm Iron Man. So, duh.
Oh,
And
now
now
you're
you're-
right now.
Benny's standing in his house just.
No, for real, that's what it
You
was.
use your hands to thrust right.
No. He said.
Yeah, he is.
He said the way you use your hand controls your thrusters.
Know what I'm saying?
Dude, me and Odle
Yeah, that
both
sounds-
just looked at each other like.
That
"Hmm,
sounds awesome.
really?" Yeah, that does sound really dope.
It's a very openly sexual game. It's
Oh yeah, I want to play. I want to play that in the Rick and Morty game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now
And then there was that Trover Saves the Universe game
no,
as
I
well.
think that's what Bob's talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not Rick and Morty.
No,
but
there's a Rick and Morty PlayStation VR game, dude.
that's what I
Oh,
thought you
shit.
meant.
I had no idea.
Dude, last time I saw it at Walmart was like, I don't know, sometime last year, and it was only like $20 or $30.
I watched the playthrough, and you don't play as Rick C 137's Morty. You play as like a clone.
Yeah.
You keep being a clone.
Motherfuckers busting out fucking universe numbers over here.
Yeah, bro. Well, that's how you know you're canon. You know, the one that you're thinking of. That Rick.
I love Rick and Morty, but I am not that deep.
I like my Ricks and my Mortys, buddy.
Too much Marvel and DC pervading this fucking thing here. I've been using pervading a lot tonight.
Well, speaking of, actually, Rick and
Whoa, whoa,
Morty
whoa, whoa,
season
wait.
4 just wrapped up.
Wait a minute, I ain't done talking about fucking PlayStation VR. Oh, hold on, you thought I was done?
Hold on, girl.
Excuse
All right, and
me.
moving on.
Girl.
No, fucking okay. So, anyways, we're playing the PlayStation VR, the Iron Man demo. 100% getting this game. It's so fun. There's a part where like the fucking side of a plane rips out and you fly out, and you have to like the fucking Iron Man pieces are flying at you and connecting to you. And for real, when that fucking faceplate comes at your face, like I blinked, like I like clenched up a little bit. Dude, it's so good. Anyways, but this led us to ask the question: can you play regular PlayStation games with the PlayStation VR? Like, obviously it wouldn't be in like full VR, but like, what is that like? Can that even happen? And yes, you can. And it's like playing on a gigantic screen. It takes Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to the next fucking level, guys, for real. Like, the excitement of the battles, whole other...
Oh, Kakarot was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that
think
game.
about playing that in a bit like a gigantic fucking screen with like surround sound audio, so you're hearing like every single movement and shit. It's amazing.
Kakarot is a lot closer to what I think I wanted out of a Dragon Ball Z game when I was a lot more into them. You know, like
Yeah.
Budokai and stuff.
Yeah. And before SMP kind of went on hold there, we were covering the fucking like the game all the way up, and I gotta say,
Yeah.
everything I wanted out of the game, everything I said on this podcast about what that game should be, is what it is and more.
And
Nice.
what's funny is Vin was the one who was so fucking hyped up for this, showed me one video, and I got it on day of release.
I didn't get it until like 2 months later after its release. It's fucked up. Anyways, but of course, I couldn't just stop there, and I had to go like, but what about Blu-rays and DVDs? And my friends, you can watch Blu-rays through your PlayStation VR headset, and it is phenomenal. Oh my god! Of course, the one we went for right away was fucking Avengers Endgame.
Maybe does Dallas.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm so doing
Tiki
porn
Chill.
next. I'm so doing porn next.
No, legit VR porn is a thing. It is a whole category on Pornhub.
Oh no, I know
It's
that.
specifically designed to work with your VR headset.
Wrong podcast, fellas.
Anyways, what we did put in was Avengers Endgame, and we skipped right to the fucking big like the big battle where all the portals are opening up and shit. And dude, it is like sitting in your own home theater. It is a huge screen. It is again surround sound, so you're getting full audio through those earbuds, and it's fucking magical. Like, it is something else. So
Hey Ben, can I borrow your VR?
I cannot recommend the PlayStation VR enough. Like, I've had a lot of fun with the games, but now that I know it does all that, I wonder if Netflix works for it. I haven't tried that yet, but like,
Probably.
probably everything else does.
Again.
No, never again.
I've actually
Ben
seen
is gonna end up being like one of those guys from Wall-E, and just sitting in a chair, headset on.
there
Oh
was
my
a guy.
Eating cupcakes out of a straw.
There's a guy on
Everything's a
YouTube
milkshake.
Yes.
who did living in VR for like a week, I think. And he like recorded the effects of like how it like, you know, what like taking it back off, like being able to see normal things. Like he used the bathroom and everything when this VR, and he spent his days doing stuff in VR for a whole week.
What
So
the
like
fuck?
one day he's got to make sure he's got to get his exercise, right? You know, as like a normal person. So he downloads like a
Unlike one of those abnormal people who could just sit in one place all the time and remain.
yeah, but I
perfectly
mean he
physically-
exercised too in his house, but it was like different because you feel like you're out and about and doing things,
Yeah.
but you're really not. Once he took the VR at the end of it all, he was just like had to adjust. I think a week might be too long.
Or not long enough.
Not long enough. You gotta go a
He
month.
was almost assimilated.
Gotta go a month.
Most unlock that full potential in his brain, dude. Download him.
He almost Lucy'd that shit.
Oh hell yeah, that was a good movie.
Anyways, you want to talk about season 4 Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay, but please, no spoilers for the last 2 episodes. I have not seen them yet.
I haven't seen season 3 or 4.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, the last one I think the last one was titled "The Rick Turn of the Jerry," like Return of the Jedi.
I don't.
Oh, have we all seen the Vat of Acid episode?
Yes.
That was so good.
dude.
It was a
I,
mind fucker
Yes. I was
because
fucking flabbergasted afterwards.
yeah, he makes the video game like time saving device, and he goes through this big montage of like learning life lessons, and then at the end of it, Jerry restarts it on him. Oh my god!
Oh my god, that part, bro.
Yeah, because they're about to die. Like I don't know if anybody else, the listener, is going to know this, but they're about to die, and instead of resetting life or whatever, Morty decides to call 911 and saves their lives, and they stay in love, and they have this big story of staying alive, and then Jerry's just sitting there and just presses the button, and his whole life restarts.
Fucking
Dude,
episode.
he literally has a Steve Rogers at the end of Endgame, and
Oh yeah,
It gets
Gary.
fucked up for him. It's so fucking crazy. That episode is so fucking crazy, and it does so many things.
Yeah.
It's not just like one thing where they like keep like resetting time and stuff. It goes off on that fucking tangent
And-
where he meets the girl of his dreams and shit.
Yeah.
Like
And then-
how they explain how he does it and
It's-
why he does it.
and
yeah,
the
he's not
reasoning-
actually resetting time. He's jumping the different dimensions and leaving
Oh.
behind a story where this actually happens every time.
Yeah.
It was so fucked up towards the end there. I was like, oh my god, like Rick is such a maniacal fuck. Like,
This season of the show has really been written way different. That episode specifically, the Vat of Acid episode,
yeah.
they start really feuding and butting heads. Like Rick and Morty are not friends in this episode, and you could just tell the writing and everything really went wild. They went wild with this season. The comedy, the deepness, it was great.
And on the same subject, Travis, have you watched all of Solar Opposites?
I just saw the first episode today.
Just saw the first episode myself. Yeah.
Anybody else, Odle?
I've seen, I think, 2 episodes now.
Okay. Guys, watch the whole season.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm telling you, the build up to episode 7. Episode 7 is one of the most absolute genius episodes I've ever watched of any kind of television.
Hearing Justin Roiland's voice as the main character was off-putting. I was like, okay, I've seen this show.
You'll get used to it very
Yeah. Well, about halfway through the show, I even forgot all about it and was like sucked in. They got me. That's what I liked about it, is actually how different it was from Rick and Morty to where I forgot what I was watching.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was like, this is good. I liked this first episode, but there's and you guys know I'm always watching like 75 different fucking things at one time.
You're always so critical of everything, you can't actually enjoy anything.
No, that's not it, you piece of shit. I only get critical.
No, let me critique that real quick.
Here's the problem with their criticisms of my criticisms.
Let me criticize your criticism
of my criticisms.
Hold on. I'm going to criticize how you're criticizing my criticism real quick.
This is critical, guys.
No,
I'm telling you.
Critical.
You can't even say about your critical criticism.
And I liked the first episode, but I was like, I don't know. I went into it like expecting more of a Rick and Morty type thing, and that was unfair, but it was one of those things where I was like, I can't see me putting this over top of what I'm watching right now. So I just I haven't revisited it, but I intend to eventually, but I don't know if that means in like a month or if that means like 6 years.
No, you don't.
Well, I binged through it literally in one day, and the reason why I had that one day is because it was the day, like, as soon as I got all the water
music died.
What? As soon as I got all the water pumped out of my basement, I took a shower and everything, and I was done. I was like, all I want to do is just lay in bed and eat snack cakes.
And that should be a topic. We should bring that up because
do we really want to revisit that? Do we want to put Bob through that?
We already pre
how dare you,
this
Ben?
topic. Oh,
Ben, how dare you even?
How dare you be so fucking insensitive?
You know what? Fuck me.
Like
that's like prick.
that was like losing a fucking family member.
Dude,
all right.
For real. Just to give a little setup.
It was like the Red Wedding.
Bobb-A Fett suffered a horrible tragedy in the nerd community of sorts. Like this was a big deal. So Bob, I'm gonna turn it over to you. Tell the people what fuckery invaded your life.
Tell the people where Satan touched you.
All over me and inside of me. Thank God.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Hail Satan. Brittany and I just moved into a new house and just moved all of my books. Like, aside from the majority of my floppies, like all of my trades, hardcovers, pretty much anything that would be on a shelf. And then also, I mean, I did have a lot of single issues down there too. I'll get to that. Long story short, we had some hellacious rain overnight. Like, we had flash flooding up here. And we have an old sub pump, and there's a like buoy on it that as soon as lifts up to a certain point, it kicks it on, and it'll start pumping the water out. Where it's it's old, so there's like a little bit of like just crud on it, and evidently it just was stuck because I was able to kind of grab it and with a little bit of pressure, kind of pull it up, and it kind of broke free, and then it would actually operate properly. But that was after I woke up, after Brittany actually let me sleep in. This was the first time I've slept in for weeks. It was good morning, woke up, went back to sleep, woke back up about a half hour or so later to Brittany getting home, screaming that the basement was flooded. And we got a little bit of water down here in our basement from time to time when it would rain. That's fixed now. But
Good.
I went down there and it was 19 inches of water.
Wow.
Shit.
It was up to your knees. And long story short, we lost, tons of possessions, but including in those possessions, Brittany had like a shit ton of novels gone. Like probably about 90% of all my hardcovers and trades.
I saw that you had some signed books and stuff too.
I had a few trades that were signed. I have like a loot crate or like a nerd block, whatever they're called, with all my single issues of signed books. Those were actually elevated. They were out of water.
And then you made a lighthearted joke about it with the Batman Metal Drowned.
Yeah.
Picture. Yeah.
That was another.
That's unfortunate as hell.
I lost my whole run of Batman Metal, which is like one of my favorite recent runs.
That's actually one of the stories I have read. That was a dope fucking story, man.
It is
fucking great. I can't wait for the sequel.
But yeah, just a long story short, it was kind of depressing to lose. Fuck, I don't even want to begin to think of how much
other stuff too.
Oh yeah, like the other stuff was. We just bought a brand new bed we were making a spare bedroom, because in the spare bedroom I was actually building a bookshelf, so I was making her a library.
Yeah,
we bought a brand new bed for down there, and then I have this big green like faux leather chair. It's like a big like a study chair type thing. All that got ruined. Like 4 different like shelves or dressers got ruined. Futon, washer, dryer. Pretty sure my mini fridge is destroyed. Bunch of power tools. God,
holy shit! I didn't even know it was all that, man. I didn't even know it was all that. Fucking, just from your body language and the way that you're talking about it and stuff, man, like, that comes through real clear. You can tell, man, dude, it fucked you up. It was,
oh god, yeah.
It was a big situation.
Stressful. I'm still dealing with it. Like, I'm still like cleaning, get dehumidifiers. I think with 19 inches of water like throughout that huge basement, like stuff was just floating around everywhere. So I'm still finding shit.
Damn, that'll keep you busy during quarantine.
Yeah, had to replace the water heater. Or not the water heater, but the like panels on the furnace. The water heater actually survived the water, but
well, we have a Fallen Heroes segment, or I guess we're not really doing segments for these last few episodes or whatever, but like
these last few episodes are whatever.
Yeah, but if we had to have a Fallen Heroes segment for this one, it's gonna be for your fucking collection, dude. Because holy shit,
yeah,
it's a hard fucking honorable mention.
Although we did talk in the group chat about Denny O'Neil. Just paying some homage.
Yeah.
Odle, you were the one who brought it up first. Do you want to fucking go in on it real quick?
It just kind of I wonder how Neil Adams is saying that.
Yeah. See, I've actually been thinking about that last time. Vin and Odle and I were at Lexington together. We were interviewing a lot of people. Like we got, actually just go back in the library. I can't remember what episodes, but we got Scott Snyder, or not Scott Snyder, Greg, Greg Capullo, Peter Tomasi,
Brian Azzarello, or was that the year after? Either way, we got it.
That was year after. Yeah. Regardless, we scored a lot of good interviews, and we didn't score a lot of good interviews. Like Odle was running around asking everybody. He asked Jay Lee, like he asked quite a few people. I mean, some agreed, some didn't.
Hell, I got the fucking inside scoop with Donnie Cates.
One person that the three of us agreed that we weren't even going to ask to do an interview with. We just wanted to sit and talk with was Neil Adams. And that was one of my favorite experiences I've ever had at a con.
Yeah.
And that same year, Denny was also supposed to be there. And remember, he was sick, so he never showed up. And I keep thinking, like, that was like literally the only chance ever in my life I had to meet Denny O'Neil. Fucking, he wasn't even there. Like, it was such a bummer.
I mean, it's a bummer in the hindsight. But, but I mean, but we had.
I'd love to have sat and talked with him, but that's one thing that I really enjoy about what I mentioned in the chat earlier, which is Kevin Smith has all of his old episodes of Fat Man on Batman still behind a paywall, but he re-released in full, not broke down into 2 or 3 episodes like it really was, his interview with Denny O'Neil, which I highly recommend anybody that is even slightly interested in comic books or the history of comic books, or just like the story of somebody that has lived like an extremely full life. Definitely check it out. I think it's the most recent episode of Fat Man Beyond.
Yeah, I just
like
downloaded
3
it.
hours plus, but it's worth the listen.
I downloaded it today. I was really hoping to get to it today, but work was a total piece of shit. So much so that like I really wanted to go through Denny O'Neil's like catalog and try and like put together some sort of highlight reel of like he did this, he did this, he did this.
Oh,
but
like, I mean, we can just do a quick mention of like Ra's al Ghul was created with him and Neil Adams. I mean, same with Talia. What else was? I mean, he's worked on Marvel and DC, multiple characters. Like I said, definitely listen to that episode.
A pretty iconic Green Lantern run.
The Green Lantern, Green Arrow,
the hard traveling hero stuff.
Yes. I almost forgot that it was Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
Yeah. Definitely the if you want to compare it to like Batman writers and artists that are like good teams, it's like, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. That's one thing I said to Capullo in that interview was like that their team up is on like the Mount Rushmore of like the best Batman team ups as far as creators go, up there with Adams and O'Neil. And the fact that we lost one of the greats is it's a little depressing in a time that's already a little depressing.
But a hell of a run though. Fucking
hell.
God.
As Kevin Smith would say, big bucket of win.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so does anyone else have anything to bring to the table?
Well, Vin, I know that you can at least comment on this.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're a little behind most of the general public that is, or at least the public that would be interested in this show. Harley Quinn.
I can, but not as much as I'd like to, because I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then like I went on for a few days, and when I came back, they had already taken it off Sling.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So I didn't get to finish the first season.
I know the advertisements made me definitely want to watch that one.
That was probably about the same time they took Rick and Morty off too, because I went to watch the newest episode, and then they were just all gone.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but the show is fucking like,
Oh man,
I don't know what I expected, but for whatever reason my fucking expectations were way low, but it is great. It's hilarious.
well, I remember whenever it was initially announced, I was kind of pumped for it. I was like, hell yeah, like I'm down for an R-rated like Harley cartoon.
Right?
And
Never
then
against
I found out, like that Tara wasn't going to be doing the voice of Harley. I was like, yeah, okay, like I kind of started losing interest in it, and then I found out
I
later
still
on
think
that
it was
like
pretty good though.
like Alan Tudyk was part of the voice cast. I was like, I love Alan Tudyk. Like maybe I'll check it out one day. And then I've been seeing like nothing but great comments about it on the like sponsored ads on Facebook, and happened to run across it on Sling. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a chance. And the first few minutes, I was like, I almost turned it off because they dropped the F-bomb a dozen times. And I'm like, it seems a little gratuitous. Like, it just seems like they're doing it because they can.
That
but
first episode
eventually,
for sure was that.
But that subsided like by episode 2 tremendously. But the humor in the fucking all-star voice cast, dude, like,
Yeah, that was impressive too.
because I was doing this thing where I wasn't going through and just like reading them all off at first. I would start watching it and I'd be like, whose voice is that? And then I'd go through and like, give me the voice of so and so on Harley Quinn.
That's exactly what it was like when I was watching like Lego Batman. Almost everybody in that movie, I was like, who is that? I know who that is.
And the references in Lego Batman too. You find yourself trying to track like everything you see on screen while also paying attention to all the voices. It's
Zach Galifianakis' Joker is talking about the Condiment King, and he's like, Google it, or it's worth a Google. So I did Google it. I wasn't sure if the Condiment King was real.
Oh yeah, he's definitely real. He has a ketchup mustard gun.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah. Oh, I love that they paid homage to the fucking old black and white cereals. Like, I was like, really? You're gonna bring that shit out? Wow.
Like the very beginning of
Lego Batman was an amazing movie. I love it.
Really was. But we're not talking about that. That's old news.
No. Sorry.
Harley Quinn. but as far as like looking up voice actors, Alan Tudyk's name came up like 4 times. Like he's Joker, he's Clayface, he's I'll say maybe he's Kite Man.
He's Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball.
Hell yeah.
But hell yeah.
Kite Man, hell yeah.
Just got that.
Wow. Can we talk about how DC Comics has kind of revived Kite Man as kind of like
God,
you love it.
Tom King's run on like Batman after the whole, what was it, Rebirth?
Yeah.
Kite Man and somebody else, I think, like Condiment King, like you said, it's kind of like I've been hearing his name.
Condiment King, but
but I'm saying like I've been seeing him like as far as like cosplays or like references and shit.
But no, Harley Quinn's fucking awesome. I'm definitely in for the rest of this first season. I can't wait to watch the second season. It just will be a while before I have DC Universe again, especially because I gotta pay to put this shit up again. So
are they still gonna be releasing it on DC Universe, or like what's going on DC Universe?
It's hard to say, man. They just canceled DC Daily. So that may be spelling the end of that streaming service. I
kind of feel like they're going to be put on maybe something different.
HBO Max is what I'm hoping, because they're heavily advertising Doom Patrol #2 as being like an HBO Max thing. So
that Harley Quinn on Sling, there was a Sci-Fi logo popping up at the beginning of the episodes too.
I hope they don't send it to Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi is a fucking death trap.
It is. It's where shows go to die.
Plus, with it being R-rated, it would survive so much better on HBO Max. If somebody pulls the trigger on Sci-Fi instead of putting that on HBO Max, they need fired, like, immediately. Yeah. They're not good at their job.
So did you at least see the Bane from the show?
Yes, I got as far. I'm pretty sure the last episode I saw was the bar mitzvah one.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, that was so fun too.
Dude.
That show. First of all, I love the tongue-in-cheek humor relationship it has with fucking the DC universe. It's like nothing is off limits at all.
Absolutely. Dude, and Dietrich Bader back as Batman
Yes.
is another one of my favorites, dude.
Odle, did you watch any of this?
I haven't seen any of the Harley Quinn series yet.
Well, fuck you. Then be silent again.
You are missing.
What the fuck, bro?
The kid from one of the kids from the movie Good Boys does the voice of Robin.
Oh,
Robin-
that movie was good.
Robin in that show. Have you got to see Robin yet, Vin?
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot about Rob. Oh wait, no. So maybe the last episode I saw was with the King Shark, because that was like the 4th episode, right? I feel like I made it
I
4
don't
in,
know.
man. I don't know, but the first time he spoke, I almost fell out of my chair. That voice. Oh my God,
Yeah.
he's a tiny child. Oh, but that voice also helps. Like when he is in danger from King Shark, I was. It's a fucking adult cartoon, and I'm sitting there and I'm legitimately scared for this perceived real child. Fucking.
Well, but another thing about this cartoon is like they're not afraid. I don't know how what all you've seen yet, but they're not afraid to kill off people.
No, well, in the few episodes that I saw, like I was like, they could do it. They might do it.
No, they like throughout the first season, not even like at like a last episode or anything, but like they'd be killing off like some characters like actual names that you know.
That you know and love.
I would say killing off Robin, like at least that early, would pose 2 huge problems though. One, you rob yourself of the entertainment of that character moving forward, and 2, how do you not turn the show into a serious show about Batman coming after Harley Quinn? Like, how does Batman not kill Harley Quinn like almost immediately after that? So
because
he's Batman.
Bats. He fucks bats.
You could argue that gives him extraordinary clown killing powers. That's what pumps him up to kill Harley
immunity Quinn. And immunity to COVID-19.
Yeah. Topical.
Yeah, fucking relevant.
All
right.
You know what else is topical?
Speaking of
ointment
bats. What about Ruby Rose leaving? Anybody give a shit about that?
Oh, nice pull.
Honestly, from the things that I've seen and the mixed ideas of how they're going to handle it, I haven't actually watched the Batwoman show, but I've been following news off and on about this going on. I want to know how they're actually going to spin the new actress. Like, are they going to do one of these like face-off kind of scenarios?
I have some insight on this actually. I know exactly what they're doing because I have released this. Initially,
he knows exactly what they're doing because he's actually Greg Berlanti.
Guys, I'm sorry I had to come out this way, but I am in fact Greg Berlanti. It's
Vin Hermanti.
Vin Hermaphrodite.
I wasn't gonna go there, but of course Odle does. First episode back, and we haven't lost a step. Anyways,
we still got it, boys.
Whatever it was. Anyways, no, what they're doing, the initial plan was to recast the role of Kate Kane. But what they've decided to do is actually introduce a brand new character who becomes Batwoman. Although, and it was rumored that they were going to fucking like kill off Kate Kane, but I guess that's not the plan. They did come out and were like, no, we're not that dumb. But I however they do it, it's gonna be a messy like first 2 episodes transition because we don't have Ruby Rose coming back to kind of fill in these gaps. So it's gonna be like a messy CW, like we gotta cover these tracks type of thing. other than that, I would say I would have been okay with the recasting of Kate Kane. That would have been better in my opinion. I can gel with that, but I guess WB is always so fucking worried about confusing their audiences because we're all morons. We are. So and I say
the current situation's kind of prove people are.
Why did you say, huh?
There you go, Odle. No, well, and I say I'm okay with the recasting, but had I actually seen that on my screen, I probably would have ripped my own eyeballs off and jumped out of a window because I can't handle that. But yeah, I guess that's what they're doing is they're just gonna introduce a new character. The first, by the way, I know you guys haven't really seen Batwoman. It is pretty good. But Ruby Rose leaves something to be desired. She really worked in those fucking crossovers, but she's stiff and like a little bland. She's good, but she's not great.
I feel like she works in those crossovers because I watched. I don't think I even watched the full first episode of Batwoman, but I watched a chunk on there. She's good when she has an ensemble
Supporting characters
cast with her. Yeah. Like,
now, Alice.
Something about
she is a supporting character.
Fair.
Yeah.
Alice in this show, though, that is where the gold lies. You keep coming back to see Alice and what she's going to do next and what like havoc she's gonna wreak. Their casting for that character was fucking spot on. It was so good. The family drama it brings up, because they do try to keep it as close to the comics as they can with that side of things. It's real good. I really enjoyed that part of it, and I feel like that's what kept me coming back. Nobody got anything else to say? Cool. Hey, cool story, bro.
Stick a fork in it because it's done, bro.
Anybody else got?
I've wanted to see it. I thought it was
Trav, you had some shit that you wanted to talk about, right? You had a couple topics on hand.
Well,
Pokemon.
Speaking of shows, yeah, the newest Pokemon show. Not something I expected myself to really be into after. I'm 27 now. I think the last time I was really into Pokemon was when I was a kid. But when Pokemon Go first came out, started playing it. 2 years later, I dropped it and then started playing it again.
Yeah.
Which it has to do with the newest series, actually. That's why I want to talk about it.
Series or the Netflix movie? Because I thought you wanted to talk about the Netflix.
It's not a Netflix movie. It's the newest series, but it's gonna be only like available on Netflix. Like Sun and Moon. This is the next one.
I did not know that this was the topic. I thought you wanted to talk about the Mewtwo Strikes Back remake, which I still haven't watched. We can
talk about that.
I still haven't
seen
it.
Let's talk about that, and then you can lead that into the show, because I don't know anything about the show.
Well, also, I guess Odle would know. We started seeing each other a lot when we were playing Pokemon Go. We would be at the same gyms and raids. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And we'd be there. We're like, oh, what's up? So Pokemon Go still brings people together. It actually, this year, when we started playing again, was the second biggest spike Pokemon Go had. As a mobile game, it's the most successful mobile game that's probably ever been made. And that's insane.
Because then you have games like Clash of Clans and stuff like that. For this to be topping charts right now is huge.
Yeah,
I don't know, guys. That Sudoku
4 years later,
is lit.
Huh?
I said, I don't know, guys. That Sudoku app is lit.
It's a lit one, dude. That thing's fire.
That thing slaps.
But Yeah, Pokemon Go has actually been amazing during quarantine. They beefed the game up in general since like 2 years ago. You can battle online, you can battle your friends from wherever they are, you can trade your Pokemon from wherever they are. It's all great. They have like 4 or 5 gens now. It's pretty sweet. But
I actually downloaded it again about a month or so ago.
see, it's
And
relevant.
as soon as I like opened it up and like wanted to like start playing, I literally watched my battery drop by 10%. And I was like, oh yeah, that's why I deleted it before.
That's why I stopped before, but now I got a
Great.
dope ass phone. Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Well, yeah, I actually deleted it back in 2017 because I didn't have enough storage on my phone. Now I don't know what the deal is now, but I can handle it. But
Travis
Yeah,
Travis is
that's
trying to talk about Pokemon Go very seriously, and we're all just flipping each other off and flashing each other while he's trying to do
getting
it.
all kinds of nips and fingers up in here, dude. Nips and fingers.
Nips, fingers, oh wait, I fucked it up.
Dude, I am so glad that the red
Nips, fingers, knees, and toes.
Nips,
fingers,
knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Nips,
Fingers, dicks, and
toes.
butts. Dicks and butts.
Dicks and butts.
Wait, what were we talking about? Fortnite or whatever?
Fortnite Go was no. But anyways, so that's where I'm at with Pokemon Go. You know, that's where that game is at the moment. You know, because I know Vinny even played a good bit this year.
And this has been a Pokemon Go update with Dr. T. Neal.
Well, there's a new series as well on Netflix called Pokemon Journeys.
You still didn't talk about Mewtwo. You're like, oh, I can talk about it. But...
This is leading into it. Well,
Okay.
the Go bit, I was already on the Go bit, and that's what leads straight into a segue for the show.
God, just let Travis do his thing. He has his own plan.
Let me ride my Segway, bro.
Let him live his life.
The Go bit, is that like the Fitbit, but it helps you catch Pokemon?
I got your Fitbit right here, motherfucker. I'm kidding. All right, a little heated. Pokemon Journeys.
Well, hold on, wait a minute.
No, go.
No, I was just interrupting you for comedic effect. But it's so much better when I have to explain it.
No, I got it. Pokemon Journeys. Ash has a new friend named Go. G-O-H.
No way.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No way.
And this show and this character embodies the idea of Pokemon Go in a way. It's all based off Pokemon Go. It's so weird. But it's kind of nice for Ash to have a new companion and something I actually get because I don't watch the show. I never cared about the cards too much. The card game. I like to collect more cards.
I think I know what you're talking about. This is because he finally won the Pokemon League in the last series, and this is supposed to be like a handing off show. Like,
oh yeah, he'll hand it off.
Yeah, he gives him a handoff, dude. Yeah, he's a new trainer.
What the fuck?
He's like completely brand new to the whole gig. But the thing is, by episode 2, Go has just almost as much variety of Pokemon as Ash has in the entire span of the show. Because Go's whole thing is collecting one of every Pokemon. If you've ever played a Pokemon game, you're guilty of this.
So
you're trying to catch one of every.
Catch them all.
Yes, he's like how we play the game. That's how we go about the game. You know what I mean? You try to catch one of everything, right? I mean, you got to fill out that Pokedex. And nice hat turnaround, Ben.
Yep.
Very Ash Catch Me. But
by the way,
Go actually.
Odle, are you wearing a hat? I haven't really looked yet.
Oh no, he's not wearing a hat.
fucking Odle.
Motherfucker.
Everyone else is wearing a hat. Odle fucking just barrels in here, bare ass, naked hair, like the piece of shit he is, just throwing his fucking Nightwing figures at us. Anyways, what's up with the show?
Oh, also, and some more Easter eggs and references for Go from the character is in the game when you're throwing Pokeballs at the Pokemon, you use a curveball and it gives you better accuracy. A curveball has higher accuracy for some odd reason.
Right.
In the show, the character Go never really battles any characters. He just throws Pokeballs. He doesn't weaken them like you normally would, right?
Say what now?
In Pokemon Go, you don't battle the Pokemon to catch him. You just throw Pokeballs at him. So that's the concept. He arrogantly is able to just like throw a ball, catch Pokemon. Ash is real jealous.
I fucking hate this character already. I hate everything.
Yeah.
I hate his stupid name, his dumb gimmick.
He throws
him.
curveballs and it helps him catch them easier. And that's exactly from Pokemon Go. I think the idea is really cool because you're just hearing the references and the Easter eggs right off the rip. If you didn't know any of this stuff, you could watch the show and not even realize that.
I don't know, man. It just feels like just thinking about it conceptual wise, it feels like
Damn, Odle.
just a way to try and sell the mobile game. Oh, by the way, Odle and
No, the
Bob,
game sold itself, bub. The game done sold itself.
Odle and Bob are trading masks consistently back and forth.
Yeah, I can tell he's got some sort of thermo goggle fucking
I have no idea what you guys are
covert
talking
op Odle over
Okay,
there.
so this leading us into have you watched the show? Is it out yet?
That's it. No, I have not gotten to watch it. I got to see like a preview for it. I think it's already available on Netflix.
Okay. So that leads us into the Mewtwo topic.
Yes.
Travis, we didn't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm actually good. I got my nut, dude. I'm out.
He got his go fixed, so that's it.
Well, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, I think is what they called it.
Yeah, the all digital remake.
Yeah, I think this thing was almost scene for scene. I haven't seen Strikes Back probably in like 10 years. And as soon as every frame popped up, I remembered it. Even though it was completely redone.
Because of various small children, I have seen it in recent years, like very recently. But then again, I watched that movie like a fucking million times on VHS, so there's no way I'm gonna forget it.
Exactly.
It
wasn't like direct scene for scene, I think, but they did the majority of it. I'd say.
My assumption from the trailer was that it was gonna be like, it's the same movie but just animated differently, and that's
Basically
what put me off of it. That was why I was like, I don't know. I like the other movie just fine. If this is gonna be the exact same thing but in 3D, I don't need it at all.
Yeah, it's not necessary, but I thought it was such a cool revival from not having seen the movie in so long. I even teared up when Ash gets turned into stone. Technically, Ash dies.
Spoilers.
And this movie was out in what, 2000?
Hey,
No,
still.
before 2000.
1999. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Try
remember watching it in
1999. And
You have 21 fucking years to get your shit correct, dude.
Hey,
Watch Mewtwo
I
Strikes Back.
I watched
Get
this
you-
shit.
Get your shit together, bub.
what's that elephant one that they used?
But I liked the movie. I thought it was great.
On your recommendation, I will eventually try it out, but
Yeah, I wouldn't put it
it's
right
not-
on the front burner.
yeah, it's not high on my list. Odle, you've been very quiet. Do you have any more topics? I like how you're wearing your headphones, as the top part of them are straddling your neck.
That way he can use
Well-
the microphone with his brain, dude. We can just hear his brain pulsing, dude.
Funny you should ask.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, we don't have the clearance for that, Odle.
Spider dude.
Does things
yeah.
like a spider has seemed to do.
Have I told you about Arachnid Man song that we came up with in high school?
No. No, what is this
Arachnid Man?
You can't say
He's
it. Right.
Arachnid Man does whatever arachnids can. Spins a web, lays some eggs, and that's it.
Did you kind of jump into Randy Newman there a little bit?
Yes, that's how we sang the song, was as Randy Newman. I tried to stray from it, but I couldn't. Randy Newman. I didn't think anybody would catch that.
Arachnid Man, doing arachnid things like he can.
Spin the web, lay some eggs.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Space is the place for Star Wars.
Oh no! Stop showing us shit and talk over us while we're doing a Randy Newman bit.
Because
Well, anyway,
Odle, it's great for audio.
Isn't it though? No. You were talking about the PSVR a little bit earlier. We got some pretty groundbreaking PS5 game releases.
Yes.
Uh,
First of
we
all,
got-
it looks like a beautiful Wi-Fi router.
It really does. Oh,
It looks
my
like a flower.
favorite picture is my two favorite memes so far regarding all this is, should I choose the mini fridge or the Wi-Fi router?
Yes.
And the
Fucking
PS5 surrounded by the 5 Xboxes. Have you seen that one?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've also seen the one
no,
with the
stop
PS5 on Third Form Frieza's head, and it says, "This is even my final form."
I have
Oh,
not,
that was a good
but
one.
I'm gonna have to look for that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But no, like we got some great.
I got Bob too.
Wait. Wait. The best one I've seen. And Bob, you know Frederick, right? I don't know if Travis and Odle do, but
Do I know Frederick? You have episodes of Suds and Buds to release.
You introduced me to Frederick. I'm like, hold on a minute. But no, he posted this picture of a PlayStation 2, like with a
In a
white
white
trapper
binder.
keeper in like over top of it. It was like, I got that fucking PS5 on the low. And I fucking loved it. I posted that to the Sorta My Comics page.
Dude, it was great.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Anyways, Odle, please take us into the PlayStation 5 as our gaming correspondent. Even though I brought up PlayStation first.
Well, get good. So one of the biggest ones for a lot of us is the Spider-Man news, which is not a sequel. It is an expansion on the game.
So
Now,
you're just
a
gonna
lot
go
of people
right
like-
into the main event right off the bat, like not even talking about any of the other medium games that came up to it, but just like Spider-Man.
No foreplay.
No. Balls deep.
Bite the pillow. I'm going in dry.
Like that's
No. Oh, tell us about Spider-Man Miles Morales, for fuck's sake.
I broke it, guys. I broke it.
I'm
injured now.
Travis pulling some fucking like Adult Swim Eric Andre type shit. Oh, no, this... Why am I not
your
recording?
beard.
This is why I should be doing a fucking video. Fucking hell.
Okay, so
I'm
everybody
not-
knows what I'm doing.
I'm not editing any of this out. No.
I basically have like what would you call this? A stock photo of someone's face that's on my camera, and I'm using a piece of paper to project it onto my face in a way. It's weird.
This is the best thing to ever happen on this show,
It
and
looks
nobody
like a
can
photo
see it.
that you'd get out of a photo, like a picture frame.
This guy
Yep,
doesn't know
I
I
am him now, dude. I am him.
He's high.
So,
I'm
Odle,
Frank
what's
is high.
what's up with the PlayStation 5?
This is
Well, funny that you ask.
they have facial recognition to be able to do a deep fake.
We can't stop laughing at Travis. Odle tried. He really tried. Odle tried to bring it back, but oh wow.
All right, try again.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll stop.
So
And I worry that, like, because of the way the mics are set up to feed through Audacity, that is just going to be a lot of me laughing over everybody. Whatever.
Probably.
I'm not cutting it out. PlayStation 5.
you're
Odle, what's
probably
up,
going to come to
Spider-Man?
find that you drown everyone else out. But so with the
Drown
Miles
everyone.
Morales news,
Like I didn't set it up that way.
we know.
Hold on.
We know Ben.
I love how Odle said it's not like you're not going to drown everybody else out. There was a pause. There was a long pause.
Drown
Odle.
everyone.
Odle, have you
I'm
been
not gonna
reading my
sweat it,
journal? He's
Okay.
gone again.
So
Okay.
PS5.
PlayStation 5,
So-
Spider-Man.
PS5 news. We got a lot of really good game releases. Spider-Man Miles Morales, I think, is one of the bigger topics that's hit a little bit of controversy because they came out and a lot of people were under the impression that it was going to be a direct sequel, like a brand new game. They later revealed that no, it is going to be an expansion. And to me, that's great. Because one, we're going to be able to play it on our current PS4 copies. We'll be able to get the DLC,
Oh,
play it, enjoy and all that.
no. You have that wrong. And it's a recent development, but no, they came back out and it is a standalone game that you will be able to buy for the PlayStation 5, similar to like Red Dead Redemption, or well, no, that's not a good one. There's like an Uncharted game that kind of takes place in between two games. It's not a numbered title, but this is like a Miles Morales
like
game.
an Assassin's Creed or something.
Yeah, this is a Miles Morales game that takes place in between Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2.
So basically, this is one of those like point 1, point 2, point 3 comic series,
Yeah.
like sideline stories
Listen,
that we get
listen.
all the time.
So it's not going to be a
this
DLC. Yeah.
This is Lion King 1.5, where it's all about Timon and Pumbaa.
Perfect fucking reference.
I love that one.
All over it. Yeah, no, but it is going to be its own thing, but it is going to be meant to be a bridge between the two games.
Okay, then that's recent news to me because the last I saw was it was going to be an expansion upon the Spider-Man PS4. But still, like anyone who has seen the footage from it, it looks fantastic. It has all the great things that you want from a Miles Morales game. The Venom shock ability that he does looks fucking amazing.
Yes.
The invisibility, like it all looks great. I'm so fucking excited for this. But one of the releases I'm a little bit more excited for, simply because it was the reason I bought a PS4 to begin with, was Horizon 2.
Yeah.
It looks fucking gorgeous. I don't think I was never able to get Vin to play the first Horizon Zero Dawn. This one's called Horizon Forbidden West, and the whole premise behind the game, if you haven't played it, it's set 1,000 years in the future. We fucked up, eliminated all life on Earth, and basically planted a garden with human seeds that we basically sprouted later. But machines were set to take care of the Earth. So think Jurassic Park, but with robots.
Jurassic Real Steel.
Look, Horizon
Jurassic
Zero
robots.
Dawn looked really, really good. It really did. It's one of those things that falls by the wayside for me because if it like I'm gonna go towards your Jedi Fallen Orders and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's before I go towards like the hey, here's a good-looking game that with an original concept. That makes me sound like such a shitty gameplay. But I do want to say this. One of the games for the PlayStation 5 that they did reveal that I really want to fucking play it.
Squadrons?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Really?
I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. In fact, anyways, there's a game called... Fuck, I keep getting the name wrong every time, but it's like Revive It All. What? Stray. Oh, no, we do have to get to Stray, but before that, Revive It All. It's like, it's this woman who keeps...
It sounds like an erectile dysfunction medication.
You're close, but it's more of like a Groundhog Day in space where you're fighting aliens.
Oh, yeah. I heard about yes.
It looks so fucking good. I like had to throw it up on the Sorta My Comics page as soon as I saw it. I was like, wow, this is getting me. But Bob, you brought up a really good fucking game. Stray is a game we've been waiting for years.
I remember hearing about it years ago.
Like early PlayStation 4 days, I want to say.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you're not familiar, this is a game where you play as a cat who lives in a world that is now, I think it's all robots. I know human life is gone or all but extinct.
It's reversed.
But essentially you get to play as a cat and carry out missions, and it's a little open world, and sounds like a lot of fucking fun. I'm in on that game. Returnal, yes, Returnal. Dude, it's so good. Watch the trailer when you get a chance. But that one looks great. Miles Morales looks great.
We also got Hitman 3, GTA 5 Enhanced, a new Oddworld game, Resident Evil 8. God, there's fucking
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Ratchet and fucking Clank.
If you guys don't know what Godfall is, it looks really fucking cool.
James Bond movie?
No, that's
Odle.
Yeah.
There's no God, so how could he fall?
Or are there multiple gods?
I'm gonna go kill myself now.
Godfall's being made by Gearbox, which is the same company that does the Borderlands games. So I've been seeing the head of all that, Randy Pitchford. He's been making a lot of posts and stuff about it on his Twitter page. So I've actually been following this for a little while, and it looks really good. And it's, instead of a looter shooter like what Borderlands is, it's a looter slasher. So it's all melee based.
Do you get to play as any of the horny teenagers?
Yes, actually, that is your primary class.
Hell yeah!
And what's it
Travis.
What's it called?
Godfall.
Got me, dude.
It's one of those games. It's kind of right up my alley.
Yeah.
And then there's actually a game coming out later this year in the fall. It's going to be going on Xbox Game Pass. It's called Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. It was actually a game. Let me get the list so that I don't forget someone. But it's R.A. Salvatore, which he wrote a lot of fantasy D&D style books. Todd McFarlane and what was the guy's name?
Nice.
Ken Rolston.
Wait, what did Travis say nice to?
I have no idea.
Anyway, what is that guy's name?
Vinny,
Nice.
you should actually be familiar with this guy's work. He worked on the Elder Scrolls games.
What?
Crickets.
I got no audio
No.
from Vinny.
Well,
There's no Vinny audio. No.
This is hilarious.
dude, we can also.
We can see you talking, but we can't hear you. This is fantastic. Vinny doesn't matter anymore. We're having a riot. Let's overthrow him.
It's the boys' takeover. It's the takeover.
Oh my god.
Vinny's having some problems there.
Vinny is flabbergasted. Being able to use that word makes me happy.
Hello. Yeah, I'm back.
Cause he's back.
How long
Well,
have
you're
you
right.
not been able to hear me? Oh my god, that's
About-
gonna
A
be
good 20 minutes.
As soon as you
25
started
minutes.
talking.
the whole podcast.
No.
25 minutes.
The whole podcast. Not a word I say. Which, by the way, like, kudos on you guys, because you could have fooled me with the way you responded to me. That's fucking amazing improv.
By the way, guys, welcome to Sorta My Podcast.
We're just getting the show started here.
Are we recording yet?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I refuse to look.
I think we're about an hour into recording.
We're actually about an hour 15 in.
Are we recording yet?
Oh god, oh fucking hell, Odle. Does anyone have anyone else they want to anyone else they want to bring up?
Yes.
Anyone,
I might
anything.
mention the lunch lady.
There's
Carl,
this guy that hangs out under the bridge. I thought about bringing
Yes.
him onto the podcast. He's gonna
He
be
knows.
great.
He knows a lot
Hey.
about mops and rats.
Hey, can I get a shout out?
Yeah. Go ahead and shout somebody up.
Ah!
No. Whatever you just
Y'all mind
did,
if I just fucking
never
scream?
do it again, because you went all tinny and then cut out like 6 times during it, so it was like
You
weird.
broke it.
What?
Ugh. Fuck off, Odle.
Ooh.
I will mute
We
you.
waited
I
for
swear
you.
to fucking
We
God.
waited for you, Odle.
God damn.
No,
Yeah.
not that I can think of. Nothing I can think of really. That was I played Hella
Well, if we
Switch
relied on
lately.
you to think all the time, Travis, this podcast never happened.
Ooh.
Hey, bro, you don't pay me to think, bro. No, I played a lot of Pokemon Shield. Bought that game. It was dope. Thinking about downloading
Alright, there
Terraria.
goes
That's an old school
Travis
one.
Talking about Pokemon again.
Hey, guess
Vinny.
what? Vinny
Oh.
bought fucking Sword before I ever even got a Switch.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sword and Shield, guess what drops in 2 days?
The
DLC,
bro.
That
The first
expansion.
DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, even though I haven't bought it yet. It'll probably be 2 months after it comes out.
It's like $30, I think.
Yeah,
$30
I
for
mean,
both of them. There's 2
It's
different
20
ones.
or 30.
it looks
It
looks
comes
worth
with
it.
both. You get the season pass.
Oh.
It comes with both of them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real fucking cool. I am looking forward to it, but I'm like not placing it on that high of a pedestal right now.
I probably won't get it myself either, but I think my roommate already bought it.
Yeah.
You can just say your mom. It's
I'm
Incredible.
honestly, I'm trying to stop myself from buying any new games until I finish Kakarot and Jedi Fallen Order. Like I for fuck's sake, I have to finish a game, like any game.
Hey, Ben,
I'm the same way,
Man.
man.
are you getting Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
I am.
Yes,
Or
of
fucking
course, I'm
cool.
getting fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. Why did we not?
What's
bring
Tony
that
Hawk?
up?
Actually, Bob and Travis.
Who should-
There's a version of it. It's $100, but it comes with a legit the metallic skull birdhouse deck from the game.
Ooh.
Oh, dope.
yeah,
That would be
yeah.
awesome.
That looks pretty cool.
So the
Hey,
game's
Trav.
gonna be $40. This version is $100.
Hey, Trav, are you gonna
There we
sell
go.
your car to fucking pre-order that?
Fuck yeah, dude. That was a free car. That's all gain. I just trade the car. It's gonna be like the red paperclip story. I got a free car. I'm gonna trade that for Tony Hawk's pro skater.
Hey,
You
Hey,
sell
Vinny.
that deck
Keep
for
going up.
more than you bought the Tony Hawk's for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Then the deck, I'll sell that. You know, I'll be
Hey,
good.
Vinny,
Yeah.
what version of the Avengers game did you pre-order?
I haven't pre-ordered it, man. Haven't been able to. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get it, but I have not pre-ordered it. No. It's
You want to know which one I pre-ordered?
the coolest one because you do that.
The one with the Captain America statue that's like a foot and a half tall.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually not jealous of that because I fucking hate his costume.
Yeah.
It's
Have you seen the
awful.
statue?
Just sell the statue.
I haven't seen it.
Just sell the statue right now. Before you even get it, just sell it
You
now.
know what?
That's all.
Do it now.
That's game, baby.
Vin,
Put that on a shirt, dude.
No game.
Everyone's breaking up. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, that's sad.
Aw.
Okay,
What?
now you're all back. You're all back. Okay.
Oh, we're not breaking up anymore, guys.
Well, let me unpack
We
all
were
this stuff.
on a break. Hey, you guys remember Show Friends?
Shut up, Vin.
From
Fucking
that buddy
Ross, motherfucker.
Remember, guys,
Chandler.
Ross
You know
Al,
what? You know
remember,
what?
guys, Ross Al Ghul isn't real. He can't hurt you.
Yes,
Oh, I
he
love
is.
that one. I love
They
the
took Friends- They
instant
took
flood
Friends
of
off
Ross
of
names.
Netflix in December, and look at how 2020's been so far. I'm just saying.
There's got to be a correlation. Okay. Does anyone got anything else to say?
What have you guys been like watching, reading?
A lot of porn.
consuming?
So
watched
much
Bumblebee.
porn. A lot of porn.
Did you?
I
That
I
wasn't
read
bad.
I read a lot of porn.
I've read a lot of porn.
in Braille. In
I have
Braille.
I have like 800 ebooks and they're all porn.
So
I
many
read
Gravity
a lot of-
Falls fan fictions.
I read a lot
Yeah.
of porn in Braille. You
That's
understand how
dope,
hard it is.
You gotta
Turns
learn
out it was just a
somehow.
lumpy areola.
It's kind of like
Nothing-
one of those like rub your belly, tapping your head type things.
Nothing gets you harder, dude.
I don't know. Not to get too topical, and as we
Yeah.
should state, just in case
Oh,
it is a minute
yeah.
before this comes out. This is July or June of 2020, so the Black Lives Matter movement is pretty huge. So I've kind of put a lot of my like nerd watching on the back burner, and I've been digging into a lot of the shit on Netflix, the collection they put together there, which. Not to like, we're gonna get back to the nerd shit, but if I do have
Yeah.
to suggest something, The 13th is an amazing documentary. Sheds a lot of light on the correlations between what has happened to what is happening now. So if you need to educate yourself a little bit, I suggest that. Yeah, I've just been digging into a lot of that stuff. Although I do have to say I have been watching Stargirl, and it is surprisingly
yes.
amazing. It's so
That's something
good.
I need to start on.
Well
Um,
written, well, like all of the animation or all of the special effects are done really well, and it's kind of wholesome, but it has this really like well toned story of like was Starman her father? Like we still don't know yet. Like it's got a lot going for it. I can't suggest it enough. It's easy to write off, but once you're in, you're in.
Well, you were talking about current events. I remember, I think it was on the SMP page where I seen at least a couple small businesses were broken into, comic shops during the riots.
Yeah.
And they're getting GoFundMes.
Sadly enough, yeah, we should plug that. I off the top of my head, I can't fucking tell you the name of any of
Same.
these shops right now, but they are. You can find these on the Sorta My Comics page, or just Google search. I mean, I'm sure there's more than the 2 or 3 that we posted about. Yeah, and we're not gonna go off into the rioting. conversation. That's not what we're gonna do here.
Well, you started talking about recent topics, and that's pretty.
No. But I do like that you brought that up. That is a good thing to like. Hey, look at this comic related thing that we,
I just thought it was odd.
I
heard about all that stuff.
Yeah, we just got them back. Come on.
Yeah. Right. Ruin a good thing.
What about you, Odle? What have you been watching, reading, playing, porn?
I finally finished up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Got completely caught up on all of it that's on Hulu. And I have made so many like title of your sex tape jokes since watching that. It has just about replaced That's What She Said for me.
Or phrasing.
Yeah. Yeah. That phased out for a good while.
Oh, yeah, I've been keeping it alive personally.
It went away quick enough in the full thing, but I will say that like every time we've been around Bob, he's brought it up. So. Bob, what about you, man? What have you been digging into?
I'm actually kind of doing like a little of the opposite of what you've been doing, Vin. It's like whenever I got personal time, I've been trying to find something like more lighthearted to escape to. I've been rewatching so I can get caught up on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's always a good one to watch. I got to watch all of Space Force. Great cast, great story. Like, if you're going into it expecting The Office, you're going to be disappointed. It's not.
Yeah, I did watch that first episode though, and it.
I can understand why it's going to be a little too slow or a little off for somebody, but I really enjoyed it. I'm really excited for season 2. Another thing I've been watching, or I watched the first 2 seasons of, they have been greenlit for a 3rd season. I think because of COVID, they haven't started production on it. It's Big Little Lies. It's not really nerd related, but it's a fucking fantastic.
I don't know anything about that.
It's the cast is Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, Zoe Kravitz.
There you go.
What's her name from Jurassic Park?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah. No and no.
The redhead.
Second season has like Meryl Streep in it. Dude, it's just, in order for me to try like explain to you what it is.
Sounds like a powerhouse cast there,
dude. It's just trust in me to watch it if you're able to. Then we actually are watching it on your HBO Now Max.
Yeah.
Fucking Ultra.
God, they got some cool shit on there. I like it.
God, yeah.
I finished all the what they have for Black Mirror finally. That was fun. I like
Still
that
have only ever watched one episode, and I really want to watch more of it.
Was it the
so
first
good.
episode of the first season? Because if so, that's a kind of a bad one to start on.
The dating app one?
In general.
No, the dating app one's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the one that like it's this world, and then they try to escape it, and it turns out they live in a dating app full of simulations.
The one with Bryce Dallas Howard in it's actually a really good one. It's called Nosedive. I recommend that one as well.
Oh yeah, she had a good episode, dude. She killed it. There's a lot of good cast members.
I think the one that you're talking about, Vin. No, it's not that one. Actually, it's episode 2 of season 1. It's a really good one. It has the guy that played the main character from Get Out. Is the main character in that episode. Dude, Black Mirror is great, dude. You have
it's so good.
Don Ham's in an episode.
That was a good one too.
Really good one. Yeah.
Anthony Mackie did a good episode. It was pretty controversial.
It was weird, but it was a good.
It needed to be weird. They needed to go there.
Episode that was the Miley episode was actually really good.
I've heard that. I've heard a lot of good things about the Miley Cyrus episode.
There's one called the USS. I can't remember.
That was a
great
one.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Trek type, but it's very good.
It's about this guy who works on a fucking like video game, basically, who owns a different copy of it at home where he stores people that he works with in it, and he
What?
does whatever he wants with them in that game.
Yeah, like it definitely
It's
watch
gross.
give Black Mirror a chance, Finn. Like,
But that whole
I would
episode,
love it.
that whole episode takes on the like effect of like a really good Star Trek episode.
Yeah,
It's not a like I haven't given it a chance. It's one of those things that's just I just haven't come back to it yet for whatever it feels intimidating. It's one of those that's like it's intimidating. If I'm not giving myself to Black Mirror when I go into Black Mirror, then
Well, luckily you only have to commit to one episode at a time. They're all different.
Exactly, yeah, it's an anthology. So
Yeah.
fair enough.
there's very loose ties to episodes. Like in the first season, there's kind of like this HUD thing.
Like Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and then I mean, then there's an episode. I think it's in like season 3 that kind of like recaps. It's like
Yeah.
a museum.
Some of them will be like you'll see a band from a different episode that only existed for that episode. You'll see like their name in the background, and
Okay.
so it ties up in a universe in a way. But it's like the Twilight Zone, but as a modern tech kind of feel.
And there's
Right.
there's this episode that kind of had almost like an Eternal Sunshine vibe, and it's where it's like you have this almost like chip thing implanted in you, and you can like everything that we're seeing is being recorded. Like
Oh yeah,
and
that's a crazy episode.
yeah, like this guy went up running shit back, and like,
Finds out his wife was cheating on him.
well, I wasn't gonna spoil it. because
That's not
He'll-
that doesn't
he'll-
spoil it, dude.
He'll forget about it by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about it.
Definitely watch it.
it.
Watch it when you can get a chance.
Will do, man.
Commit to one random episode.
I think now is a good time to bring it to a close. Let's see if I can still do this off the top of the head because I got no fucking thing. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Sorta My Podcast. If you guys want to check out anything we have, there are links down below for the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff, again, down below, including creative jargon links and anything you need to link up with what Travis is doing over at his stuff. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Guys, getting involved is the best way to get this out in front of people, to game the algorithm more or less. If you comment, more people see it. If you like, more people see it. If you share, more people see it. So please do these things. My name, once again, is Vincent Herman, Vin the Human. Joined because that was a fucking mess. I'm just gonna do it for you. Joined by Bob Collins, Bobb-A Fett,
Bob
Travis
motherfucking
Herman,
Collins, Bob-A Fett.
Travis Herman, Dr. T. Neal,
Dr. Neil.
and Alpha Spectre James Odle, he's not even at his desk anymore. He's gone. He left. Thank you.
Odle Alpha Spectre.
Perfect. Oh my God. We're just not even going to bring him in on the next recording. Bob, you just do both. Just do you and him.
You did his voice really good.
That was
Yeah,
perfect. That was pretty much
I've
perfect.
actually been doing his voice the whole time. He hasn't even been here this whole episode.
No
That
shit.
It's
How
just Bob on the
That was
phone and Bob
just
on the
me.
laptop, dude.
did you create a secondary account and layer all that video in? That's amazing.
No, I actually just cloned myself.
Editing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cloning is happening a lot anyways. All right, guys, thank you very much for listening. It is time to cue that clone of a Jay and Solo Bob song outro music.